His single panel cartoon appeared in the pages of Look magazine between 1954 and 1971, which is the year they closed. The National Cartoonist Society Gag Cartoon Award went to this cartoonist in the year 1956, 1962, and 1970. Who are we talking about? Stay tuned.
Cause the cartoons.
By the way, while I was compiling research for this particular episode, I never knew that Look magazine also had illustrator Norman Rockwell, which I guess, it was around the same time as the Saturday Evening Post, so that makes sense. But they also had a photographer that went on to make films. His name was Stanley Kubrick. I didn't know that. I thought that was cool. So several years ago, I was looking through bookshelves and old flea markets, and I came across this book called Brother Sebastian. I had never seen it before. I didn't know anything about the cartoonist. Here is the cover. His name is Chon Day, C-H-O-N. I believe his real name is actually Chauncey. So he shortened it for this, but this is largely pantomime. Reminds me of Sergio Aragonés. So just relying on the visual presentation, which is extremely difficult if you're trying to make people smile, laugh out loud, etc. Very few cartoonists can do it. It's just tough. This is really good. I want to show you some of the examples. It's minimalist, and it's just very they're just very sweet cartoons. But Chon Day's work, not only was it in Look magazine, but it also appeared in The New Yorker and Saturday Evening Post. And he passed away January 1st of the year 2000, which I immediately thought of Charles Schulz because he passed away in February of the year 2000. But this is just someone who had a huge audience. I mean, lots and lots of people, even if they didn't know his name, they knew the cartoons. They saw it for several years in Look magazine, and he also sold to, I believe, Good Housekeeping. And I like the simple line work. I like the gags that again are just very, very sweet. This is the only book that I've ever found in the wild. I believe there's another collection. This was put out by who is this? Doubleday and Company. So yeah, if you get a chance, check out the work of Chon Day. And I'm sure you can probably, as you can tell, I got this one for 50 cents. 50 cents. You can't beat that. I wish I remembered the year I bought it, but I grabbed stuff. I went through a phase where I was obsessing over these little paperbacks. Lots and lots of cartoon paperbacks featuring Dennis the Menace and Hagar. I had a whole stack of Hagar, and honestly, it gets out of hand pretty quickly, and I don't know where to put all this stuff. So yeah, today's cartoonist is Chon Day. Seek out his work. Look online. There's some great background by Mike Lynch, and yeah, let's draw. Okay, so this week I wanted to do something a little different. Talk to you about caricatures. Now, caricatures can be can make you real nervous. It can be daunting because you're like, oh man, trying to capture someone's likeness. So if you have any interest in that, I would recommend drawing yourself. Do a self-portrait. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab a mirror and just look at yourself in the mirror and then try to determine what head shape you have first. Now, I wanted to do this because my kids, whenever they have drawn me over the years, they always say my head looks like a big rectangle. And that's even when they were really, really little. They would do these drawings and they'd say, "This is Dad." And I usually had this big, long rectangle head. So if you want to see if that's accurate, just rewind and look at me and then come back. So that's where we're starting today. So look at the shape of your head and then look and see how close or how far apart your eyes are. Now be kind to yourself. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. Handsome, pretty, beautiful, whatever. So don't do it to tear yourself apart, but just kind of look and say, okay, my eyes are a little close together. So there we've got my eyes. My eyebrows, my wife says I have kind of evil eyebrows. Like when I get angry, when I get upset about something, she said they look even pointier. So there we got the eyebrows. My nose right about here. I tend to think my mouth is kind of small. I don't know. Maybe you're like, nah, you got a big mouth. And then, of course, got my mustache and my goatee, which honestly is more white now than dark. But for the sake of this video, so my ears are going to be between my eyes and my nose. And then, of course, my hair really is all white now. So there you go. There's the cartoon of Jamie. So you grab a mirror, look at the shape of your head. Maybe you have a round head. Maybe it's more oval. Maybe it's a combination of both. Maybe it looks kind of square up top and then kind of rounded at the bottom. Look at your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, and where they are placed, and practice doing caricatures of yourself. And it's even fun to, kind of take it and keep working. Maybe do the eyes like this. That's kind of how Art Baltazar draws me when he does caricatures of me. So yeah, this week, grab a mirror. That's what a lot of the Disney artists would do back in the day when they were trying to figure out expressions. And if you think about it, send me some of your drawings. I would love to see, the kind of stuff you're working on and what works for you. A lot of you will leave comments, and I appreciate that. But man, I'd love to see some of your drawings. So if you can think of a way to do that, of course, you can contact me through my website, jamiecausley.com. But I just want to encourage you, if you love drawing, do it every single day. Take care. Closing out today's video with a PSA. I realized that, last summer, from June through October, I kind of shared everything that I was going through as a result of my my fall, where I broke my arm, which has healed. It's healed up nicely. I hit my head. What I haven't shared is that in October, I was diagnosed with something called traumatic glaucoma. And I'll be honest with you, I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea. The only thing I knew about glaucoma was incorrect. But basically, when I fell and I got the concussion, pressure was building behind my eyes. My eye, because I hit on my left side. Normal pressure behind the eye should be like around 16, 17, and mine was over 40, for a long period of time, and from June until October. And so I finally went to the eye doctor. I didn't really notice anything, and that's largely because you don't typically walk around going, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. You just look through your eyes like normal. But I got poked in the eye. And I had to go to the eye doctor, and then they said, you have traumatic glaucoma. And what that pressure does is it damages the optic nerve. And I have lost about 60% of the vision in my left eye. And so probably from October until now, I have just been going through a season of just grief and heartache. If you're an artist, then you can imagine receiving that news can be kind of devastating. It didn't really hit me until they showed me a picture, and it was this circle and it represents the left eye, and there was so much darkness. And so I just kind of I made it out to the car and kind of lost it. So over the past few weeks, I've been trying really hard to spend a lot of time in prayer. I read through the book of Job. I'm reading through Psalms. I've got a buddy of mine that's kind of, checking on me. How you doing? I will say that my right eye is 20/20, so that I'm still able to, draw cartoons and drive and stuff like that. But I go to the doctor on February the 9th, which is coming real quick. And just if you are someone that prays, I would appreciate your prayers. It would be cool if the Lord just healed me. And then, that's going to be a celebratory video. But there are a lot of things to be thankful for and grateful for. And I don't know, I guess I'm just, right now I'm kind of going through a creative renaissance, creating a lot of characters, just loving the process of giving life to something completely new. And I have Jackson Macaroni and Sketch Bear and Quattro, and I'm just having a lot of fun. But I thought, I've spent so many weeks sharing with you updates on my arm, and this one I kind of kept close to my heart mainly because I was worried, and I still am. But you have to just kind of take each day and say, okay, God, here are the things that I'm grateful for. Here are the things that are out of my control, and I'm gonna keep going. I was having a little pity party yesterday, and I received this sweet little note from a little girl. She's probably 7 years old, just encouraging me. She said she enjoyed my singing and guitar playing, and so the note said, "Dear Mr. Guitar Singer Guy." And that just, that just elevates you to a whole nother level. I'm grateful for everyone that watches and comments and likes and shares. It means the world to me. We are so close to 1,000. It's been a year. It's been a year and I think 2 months since I just finally sat down and said, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give this a go and see what happens. And I've been very encouraged and surprised by the growth. Obviously, I hope it continues, and I want to continue to talk to you about cartoons and comics and all the things that I love, toys, etc. So, yeah, thanks for being here. I hope you dig it. I hope you come back next week. Take care. His single panel comic strip appeared in the pages of... Dang it. His single panel cartoon appeared in the pages of Look magazine between 1954 and